Hello, what is going on? Johnny the Gamer here. Join me today as I dig deep into my gaming history to find out what my most played PSP game of all time is. Can you guess what it is? I mean, as you can see right here, the PSP had a vast library of all kinds of different genres, racing, RPGs. It's well known for RPGs, and each one of them offers something different and unique. When I was a kid, probably about 17, 16, something like that, I was working for my parents delivering dry cleaning clothes. They had a dry cleaning delivery business, and I was helping them deliver the clothes for that business. And I stumbled across a $10 bill just in the street one day, and I had already been wanting this game for a while. And so I thought, oh, you know what? This game actually is going for $10 right now. So I was like, oh, look at that. The universe is speaking to me. I have to buy this game now. Somebody definitely sadly lost that $10, but I definitely benefited off it. I got this game and I was a happy camper. So I took that $10 and I took it to, I think probably GameStop. I don't remember specifically. I think it was GameStop, and picked up the game. But fast forwarding back to today, the more I think about it, the more I wondered what made me put so many hours into this game. I think a big part of that was that I had a buddy that I could play it with. My brother-in-law, Andrew, he was also interested in this game, but he enjoyed this game as well, and we had a lot of fun playing together, and I think that added to one of the reasons I just loved this game. And it's interesting to go back and just sort of think about what, why it took so much of your time, what drew you to this game. Speaking of contenders, I have to give a couple shout outs to the games that almost made the cut for the top game that I put the most time into. For instance, Final Fantasy Dissidia, big contender. I put a lot of hours into this game. It is just so fun. It's a fighting game. If you haven't played it, you should definitely check it out. They are a lot of fun. This one here on the left-hand side was the original, and then the one on the left is a newer version they came out with. It's still obviously really old, but they came out with this Duodecim version that came out with, I think it was like 6 new characters, and that was really cool. So this was, yeah, in case I didn't mention it, so this was one of my first experiences with Final Fantasy. Kind of funny, a fighting game, but I was aware that they're not all fighting games, and I still really appreciated this game. It was really good. So this was the first contender, and it did not Dissidia point. Okay, I'm sorry, dad jokes, and I'm not even a dad. But seriously, what does Dissidia mean? What does that mean? Dissidia is the plural form of Dissidium, meaning discord, disagreement. Ooh, that's why you gotta love these videos. They're educational. So there you go. That's what Dissidia means. Okay, moving on if you're still here. The next game is God of War Chains of Olympus. I mean, the hack and slash was so much fun, and the graphics were really stunning for this console. It really was a fully fledged God of War game, and as I referred to earlier, my friends had a PlayStation 2. I did not, so having a God of War come out on the PlayStation Portable that I could just bring with me wherever, and it rivaled the graphics on the PS2 version. Like, I was done. All right, moving on. Another game that deserves a mention is Phantasy Star Portable. Now, I gotta be honest, it didn't quite live up to the Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2. This one right here, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing. I don't think any PSO or PlayStation. I don't think any Phantasy Star has ever lived up to this thing. Oh my gosh, the addiction level. You probably know. You already know. This one kind of fell in more into the vein of like the Phantasy Star universe that they released on the Xbox 360, which I enjoyed, but I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't more like that one, if you know what I mean. So I already accepted it by the time I played this one, and I could enjoy this one for what it was. So yeah, I put a lot of time into this one. It's a very good game. And who can forget about Ridge Racer? Actually just made a video about racing PSP games, and this was on it because this was one of my first games. I think my parents got me this with the PSP along with Untold Legends, and so this was definitely my very first racing game I played on the PSP, and I was completely blown away. Just the graphics were incredible. Oh my gosh, I love it to this day. But after careful consideration, I have to give the crown to my most played PSP game of all time. So drum roll, please. It is none other than Monster Hunter Freedom Unites. Man, there was so many things in this game that kept me coming back for more. Just the addictive gameplay loop, the amazing soundtrack. I mean, as I'm getting ready for this video, I'm just chilling, listening to the soundtrack. I mean, hold on, let me listen to this. And the detailed environments in this game that you would go out in the forests and the mountains to hunt these monsters was really, really stunning looking. It was just a masterpiece. What really made Monster Hunter Freedom Unite stand out though was, for me personally, it was the thrill of the hunt. I used to look at guides, just browse through guides online to look at all the different armor sets that you could acquire by attacking these monsters and getting the item drops that they drop. And as I mentioned, it was a very fun experience to play with friends. You could trade items and complete your perfect armor set. It's a game that I still think about to this day, and one that I will always treasure. It's interesting to me how much it's blown up too. There's so many new Monster Hunter games, and notice I said interesting, not like unexpected. Like it blew up for a reason because they're really good and addictive, I think. So in conclusion, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite is without a doubt my most played PSP game of all time. I put well over 100 hours into it. It's a game that has left an indelible mark on my gaming history and one that I'll always look back on fondly. So what is your most played PSP game? Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm up to 15 games that I've reviewed for the PSP on this channel, and they're all packed with a ton of value. They go very in-depth. I have a playlist, so make sure to go check that out. And if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks a ton in advance, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.